Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thanks for watching. Let's continue our tutorial in Civilization 5. So, it occurred to me in between recordings that I have talked about most of the little indicators up here. You know a little bit about what science is, you know a little bit about what gold is, what these trade routes are, you know about policy, or I'm sorry, you know about culture and how policies work. I've talked about tourism, but not in depth yet. Talked about faith. We're building towards that great profit at 200 faith. Hopefully we'll be able to build up faith a little bit faster than just 2 per turn. And then we talked about these special resources. But except for talking basically about happiness and the things that bring it in, we haven't really talked about what's going on here and how happiness relates to it. Well, I mentioned very, very early in the series, probably first episode, yeah, definitely first episode, that one of the first things you needed to understand was how all of these different production types work. Because pretty much all of civilization works on some kind of system where you're producing a certain amount of that production type, whether it's actual production, food, gold, science, every single turn. And, well, with the exception of gold, really, every single one of those categories has some kind of marker that you're trying to hit every turn. Once you've produced a certain total amount, after producing it for several turns, you get a bonus. Like, you get, at 570 culture, you will get a new social policy. Well, happiness actually counts towards golden ages in the exact same way. And golden ages give you a very nice culture boost. I'm letting you read the tooltip here if you would like to. They give you a nice production boost, and you get additional income while in a golden age. And the amount you progress toward each golden age each turn depends on your excess happiness. So there's an incentive to keep your happiness nice and high. Right now, 5 happiness is not great, but we're going to work on building it back up now that we have almost 4 cities down. That's basically how golden ages work. We'll talk a little bit more about them once we hit our first golden age, which might happen within an episode or 2. So anyway, just a quick note on golden ages. Notice we're 110 turns into the game already. It's 125 BC. A unit needs orders. Let's see what's going on here. So this worker needs some orders. We can go ahead and order the worker to start building a mine over that metal, because we've cleared the barbarians from this area. Vancouver was under attack by those barbarians, but we seem to be okay. I'm going to keep these archers kind of on guard so that these workers can be safe while they are building. Let's go to the next turn. Okay, once again, Maria would like to know where my embassy is. I'm not going to give her that pleasure because I know what the AI in Civ 5 is like, and I just... no. All my nopes, as they say. Really? The barbarians just moved into the exact spot we needed to get to. You jerks. Alright, well, let's try and get around Portugal's territory here. Alright, and we're going to set these archers to alert. Meanwhile, we're going to attack these barbarians with our warriors. Try and do a little bit of damage. Very good. Settler can found a city here, but we don't want to do that. We want the city to be here on the coast so that we can have access to coastal bonuses. However, we are done with our philosophy research, which is good news. Let's take a look at where we are. Need to research one of these 4 techs. I'm going to go ahead and go for ironworking so that we get the ability to build the Colossus as well as the ability to have legions, because, you know, we're going for that iron right now as well. And iron, as I mentioned a few episodes ago, is what we will need. We're going to have 6 iron from this particular source. It's what we'll need to upgrade our warrior to be a Roman legion. So we'll have to take care of those barbarians first, though. All right, we're going to leave this settler be. Go to the next turn. By the way, I recognize that I have really started going through turns a little bit faster now that I've explained some of the base mechanics. Again, please leave comments if you feel that there's something you'd like me to explain, if you feel like there's something I skipped over. I am kind of transitioning towards a standard Let's Play while still explaining some things, just like I said in the beginning. So there'll be less explanation towards the end of the game, but I just wanted you to be aware. So here's our second caravan in Rome, and I'm going to go ahead. So a little bit more about trade routes. As you know, with the first trade route, I went ahead and established a route with Cape Town for 5 gold, which is bringing in 5 gold. But I also have the option of trading within my empire, which, as you'll notice, it doesn't provide gold per turn, but it does allow me to grow cities faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a trade route between Cumae and Rome. And this will actually help Cumae grow a lot faster. Notice right now it's going to take 13 turns in order to reach size 4 in Cumae. And now it's only going to take 5. Bit of an increase. So that can be a handy thing when you have a new city that you want to grow quickly. All right, so now in Rome, I want to go ahead and build my oracle, start working towards my policy. Notice that we have the great library here. We have the pyramids. Do we have any more wonders in Rome yet, or is it just those 3? We have the palace, but that's always been in Rome. The palace is right there. It's always in your capital city. Everyone gets a palace. All right, so we're going to move now to do a couple of things. First of all, I should be able to move this settler. Okay. Curses. I can't actually... I was hoping that what I would be able to do there is move the settler and then found the city, so that we could found the city and finish up those barbarians in one fell swoop. But I had to make sure the settler stayed protected. So that's why I was a little frustrated with that development. Okay, so these gems, perfect. We have a happiness bonus from gems. Notice our happiness went up from 5 to 9, and we're in good shape with those. We can also improve this salt resource over here for some additional food and gold. Unfortunately, there's some barbarians in the area, so we don't really have access to that just yet. But I'm going to bring these workers back up here, and I'm also going to go ahead and purchase this iron tile. Notice that production bonus, by the way. Hang on, let me pull it back up so you can see. Worked iron tiles not only provide you that iron, but 3 production, which is ridiculously nice. Notice the silver mine is now doing the same thing since we built the mine. Same with the hill here. So again, as I was saying, when you build improvements with workers, you are just improving the tile's ability to help you out more than it already is. Oh, let's turn those back off. It's a little bit too much visual clutter for me. But some people like to play with it turned on. So, all right, next turn. Oh, wait, maybe there's something else. Yeah, need to go ahead and get this mine started. And I'll go ahead and put these archers right on top of the workers so that there's no way they can get kidnapped. So this is a little dangerous. Our caravan is moving through uncontested territory. So barbarians could potentially surprise me there. Hopefully they won't. But they could. All right, now I need to see what tiles are being worked here. Looks like we can build a mine there. I'm going to go ahead and risk that. Hopefully the worker won't get kidnapped. But all right, so let's found our city. Perfect. Neapolis. Modern day Naples. Neapolis was a coastal city, is a coastal city. So that's actually quite fitting that Neapolis was the city name there. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and build a shrine in Cumae because our granary is done, so it's going to continue to grow faster as a result of that. Nice and handy. And I'm going to start building my granary in Neapolis. And we are also going to start wreaking havoc on these barbarians here. We might get some points from Vatican City for, yep. They're grateful. Your influence with them has increased by 12, basically because we just killed a barbarian that was in Vatican City's territory, or near Vatican City's territory. All right, just going to keep looking around with our scout. We are probably almost to the far side of Asia now, maybe. Maybe a little bit further. Almost to the Korea area with our barbarians, not that, or with our scout. Not that the Koreans will exist in this particular incarnation of the world, but okay. Gonna move these guys back into position, fortify until healed. Move our scout a little further. Oh wait, can't move there because there's a city. Ah, we have not yet built a trap over these truffles, so let me go ahead and do that. Notice that workers are now able to embark as well, because they've been in our territory after that upgrade happened. Okay, so this barbarian ship is actually attacking Neapolis. This is the first time you've seen what happens when a city gets attacked. Notice there is a life bar to the city, but I have the unit stationed in Neapolis, which is going to give them a nice defensive bonus. All right, so we've met another city-state. They provide you with a gift of 15 gold. Looks like there's another city-state very near the Songhai, but haven't met them just yet. We didn't get close enough. All right, so now in Antium, I want to go ahead and build a library just to get the science bonus. We're trying to, again, Rome has the benefit of faster construction for anything that already exists in the capital. So I'm kind of trying to follow the same build order that I've followed in Rome everywhere else. Now, you would do that in civilization in general, but it helps in particular for you to do it when you're the Romans, because any building that already exists in Rome is going to build faster. Also, Rome is not growing, which is interesting. I wonder why. Maybe because of the production focus? I want to keep it on production focus right now because that's going to help us build that wonder faster. But Rome is definitely not growing right now. All right, the enemy has been spotted near Antium. Okay, it's those guys. And we're going to build a camp there. Our worker is done, so we now have 6 metal at our disposal. That's excellent. 5 turns until ironworking is finished researching. So we'll be able to build legions at that point. All right, we're going to try and clear this camp as well. All right, so we've got our scout out in the water there. This worker needs to improve a tile somewhere. Let me go ahead and improve this tile so that it has a farm on it, and maybe that will help with Rome's growth, possibly, when I can switch away from... I might need to switch temporarily away from food production, which would be annoying, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. I will be able to attack that base. So I'm definitely going to go for it. All right, some workers have arrived to repair that fire. Oh, crap. Bad timing. Terrible timing. Well, we won't be able to kill it just yet because that ship came back. All right, we're going to build the mine there. I guess I should stop for a second. One of the frustrating things when you're trying to watch what's going on in Civ 5, and this can happen sometimes in Total War as well, is because the game is determined to cycle you through everything that can possibly be done, it's very good at pulling your attention away from whatever you're doing. So I realize that as I'm getting snappier with my turns here, the camera's kind of flying all over the place, and it gets harder to keep track of what's going on. It's mainly the game's fault, but I will do what I can to make sure that I'm narrating what I'm doing as I do it so that you can kind of keep up with what's happening. So we've got our scout heading out that direction. We need to finish off this barbarian base and this barbarian ship. Ooh, there's some whales there off the coast of Neapolis. Let me go ahead and... I could technically purchase a shrine as well, which is good, but I'm going to purchase that whale tile right now so that we can make use of that in the coming turns. And I will go ahead and purchase a shrine in Neapolis, just because I need that extra faith production. I want to found a religion as soon as possible. So we just use some gold. We're down to 63 gold. We just use some of it to build a shrine. Oh, crap. A barbarian... I don't know what kind of ship that is. A barbarian galley is attacking our scout. We're going to... Well, crap. We just sailed right up to some barbarians. So hopefully they... I don't think they'll actually be able to attack me because they're not ranged units. So I should be okay. But that was not convenient by any means. All right, now we're going to fire on the base here, which is perfect. And then watch what happens now. Wow, that one guy is putting up a fight. Here we go. You have captured a civilian which used to belong to Cape Town. You have the choice of returning it to them or taking it for yourself as a worker. Returning it will earn you 45 influence. Let's return it. That should give some extra growth. See, Rome is now growing again because, again, Cape Town is a maritime city-state. So they give a food bonus to the capital because we are now friends with them again. If we can get up to the point where we are allies, then we'll get even more. So what does that mean? When I talked about city-states earlier, I mentioned that you can gain influence with them. At 30 influence or higher, you are friends with the city-state. At 60 influence or higher, you are allies with a city-state. And allies, here's what happens. They receive extra bonuses relating to the city-state's trait. They will also receive any luxury and strategic resources the city-state has connected. I was talking earlier about how you can improve certain resources by giving this gift to city-states. Well, when you're allied with them, that's when you get those benefits. You don't even have to have a trade route set up with them. You just need to have the resource improved, and you need to be allies. Of course, that means maintaining a level of influence that's higher than 60. That's the trouble with it. All right, so this worker needs to go ahead and build that farm. We're going to go to the next turn. It is 75 AD. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. We're about to lose our scout. Crap! That was a good scout. That was the one that was upgraded from the beginning of the game. So it just got surrounded by barbarians and killed. Crap, crap, crap. Very frustrating. Well, we're going to take it out. We're going to take out our frustration on that ship. Go away. I was not expecting to lose our scout. So that's... Okay, the Parthenon has been built in a faraway land. That is a cultural wonder, so that's somewhat unfortunate, but we'll survive. Alright, so the enemy has been spotted near Antium again. The mine has been constructed on these 2 iron. This is just 2 iron as opposed to the 6 up here, so we have a total of 8 now. We are 1 turn away from having researched iron working completely. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move this worker back into safer territory. Alright, this camp has been completed, so are we working that? We're not working it yet, but as you can see, now that these camps are completed, we're going to get 3 gold for each truffle that is worked. It's nice that we've built those camps to improve those resources. It's going to be very helpful. I will go ahead and bring my worker up here to build a farm on top of this wheat, because this is a very productive... Let me show you. You can't see it just yet, but if I turn on yield icons, notice wheat is extremely productive even without the farm improvement. When I build the farm improvement, it'll just be insanely good. Alright, we're going to take out this ship as well. Try and get rid of the barbarian presence here. Fortify this warrior until healed. The Parthenon has been built in a faraway land. Don't know where. Ormus has requested our assistance with invading barbarians. Sorry, Ormus, we are nowhere near you. Ormus is all the way over here, on the far side of Africa. Neapolis is about to grow, so our happiness will go down here.
Do not wait to strike till the
Okay, there we go. Iron working.
Make it hot by striking.
Here we go. Let's upgrade the unit for 80 gold. And we have a Roman legion at 150 AD, so pretty appropriate timing. I don't know exactly when the Marian reforms happened and you started seeing really advanced Roman units like that, but that's pretty good. Alright, in Antium, we're now looking at buildings that don't necessarily exist in Rome, because I've been building all these wonders. I'm going to go ahead and build a Colosseum because we could really use the additional happiness, the extra 2 happiness, because we're down to 3 happiness, and as the cities continue to grow, that number's just going to keep ticking down towards 0. I don't want it to hit 0, and I also want to make more progress faster towards our golden ages. So, technology tree, Let's see if we can get currency. This will give us the ability to build mints, which help in cities that have silver nearby, which Rome does. It also will give us the ability to build markets, which, as you can see, increase not only the raw gold output of cities, but also the gold percentage output. So you get 25% more gold on top of having +1 more gold. And then we have the ability to build Petra, which is a nice wonder and can be a good cultural boon when you get access to it. Alright, so this iron mine has been completed. This is only 2 iron. Notice we're down to 9 iron because we used one of them. We have 10 total. 1 is being used. Pretty straightforward reading that system there. I'll bring this worker over here. Actually, I might go ahead and bring a worker up to Neapolis if it's safe. We'll see. Well, I will take this moment to go ahead and cut this episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in the Civilization 5 tutorial every day at noon Eastern Standard Time. That's GMT -4 for those of you not in the States. And as always, I mentioned in the last episodes that I've received a lot of really good comments. I want this tutorial to be as interactive as possible, so please keep it coming. If you guys have anything you would like me to add to the tutorial, or if you want me to clarify, or if you just want to comment and say you're enjoying the series, I appreciate that too. But constructive Constructive feedback is, of course, welcomed as well. If there's anything that I maybe could explain better or that you want to make sure I cover before the tutorial leaves its heavy explanation phase, let me know, and I'll see you next episode.